Hello, hello, hello. The curse of wanting. Do you ever feel like that's what's going on? I remember, like, at one stage just going, oh my goodness, just stop the wanting. I don't want anything anymore. I'd got to the point where I'd done all the self development. I'd read not quite every book, you know what I mean? Got all the qualifications, and I just literally was still left wanting. So nothing was ever good enough. As soon as I got there, it was as if, well, you could have done better. And I had this absolute drive from within me. And I realized is that, I just laugh, I would say about my Irish dancing days. It was just like, as soon as you got somewhere, it was always something else, something else, something else. And then we do that to ourselves. It's the same in school. It's with everything, isn't it? It's just like, well, you could have done better. I mean, anybody's school reports say that could have done better. Well, I didn't need my mum. I didn't need my brothers. I didn't need my school. I didn't need my boss. I didn't need anybody else to tell me that, because when I left all of that and became self employed, then I did it to myself. And I more or less used that as a stick to beat myself up with. You could have done better. You could have done better. So no matter what I achieved, I forgot to stop and look back and go, wow, wow, look what you've done. Never mind if there's whatever it is that you've got in your life, you were 100% successful in getting over any trauma that you've ever had or any problem you've ever had in your life. Give yourself a wee pat on the back. 100% successful. Now, I understand where this want comes from, and I know the personal development industry just goes, you can have more, you can have more. And I mean, that's what Bob Proctor did as well. It's just like, tell me what you want and I'll show you how to get it. But what we forget is we get stuck in the wanting. So when Bob Proctor would say, what do you want? It doesn't mean it's an initial just turnaround. It's not something you stay in. It says ask, believe, receive in the Bible, and it all happens at the same time. Ask, believe, receive happens at the same time. And you wouldn't have become aware of something had you not already got it. That's what science shows us as well, quantum science. So the Bible's saying it, science is saying it. It's all there. But what do? We end up stuck in the asking and the asking and the asking. Why is it not here yet? Why is it not here yet? So who of you has your vision board? Everything up there. And you've been told to go for gold and it's still not there. So you've reduced the target. And then you've reduced the target. And you go, well, maybe if I just had this, that would be okay. And who of you have not set the goal target, but you're really good at manifesting in your box, not knowing that there is no box, that you can have anything that you want. And so, whenever that's said, it's just, well, you're just leading people down a path and they're never going to get it. Who says? You can have it. It's an instant manifestation. Ask, believe, receive. But we get caught up in the asking, asking, asking. You see, in Bob Proctor's program, Thinking into Results here, lesson 1 is everything. I mean, it's everything, but we get caught up in that. So the other lessons are supporting lesson 1. And it's about really understanding. So let me ask you this. When you think of your goal, when you think of what you want, what does it feel like? So do you want to make your annual salary monthly? Do you want to have £1 million? Do you, I don't know, want to have a beautiful home? Do you want to have a really good business? Do you want to do the best charity work? Do you want whatever it is? It doesn't matter what it is. But what is the idea in your head that makes you feel really good? You see, mine is I play polo all around the world. It makes me smile. What makes you smile? You can tell me. Oh, and by the way, like and share this if you think it's going to help anybody. And subscribe if you're on YouTube. Remember to subscribe so then you keep hearing me. I keep doing these every single day. So what is that? Tell me. Tell me down below. What do you see? So then, bring yourself back to now. How do you feel right now? You see, if your goal was there and the feeling of the goal was here and your feeling of today is here, you see the difference, don't you now? That's the resistance. That's the knowing doing gap. Like you know it, but it's not working. So what do? You work really hard here, really, really hard. And you can see it. And you can see it. But every day you also see that you're not there. You see, what we want to do, the goal is only bit. You want to literally feel the feeling. That's the instant manifestation. That's all it is you're looking for, is the feeling of the wish fulfilled. There is nothing else except what you're feeling right now. And that's either good to you or bad to you. And if it's bad to you, it's just an invitation to recognize it's not the truth. I mean, it is the truth of who you are because you're the one feeling it. But you can feel better. It's an invitation to feel better. So when you feel fear or doubt, it's just an invitation to stop and recognize, oh, hang on, it's just a feeling. It's the story that's bullshit. It's just a feeling. But you've attached a judgment to it and a story to it. And then you feel wrong. You know, when I noticed that feeling of wrongness, I still couldn't get rid of it because there was nothing wrong with it. It was just to recognize it and go, oh, it's just a feeling. And every time I did that, then the feeling would lift and lift and lift and lift. And so sometimes it arises still, but it's okay. It's all right. You see, we think that when we're personally developed that, and there's nothing to develop by the way, it's just taking away all the craps. That's what it is. It's taking away all the crap. You don't have to develop who you are. You are just absolutely perfection. There's no personal development. How good's that? So what do you need a coach for? If only you could get that on your own. I couldn't. That's why I had to go and study with Bob. But I thought by standing beside Bob that I would just be, automatically like, oh, I'd have got it. I thought by getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, oh, that's it, I'm successful. But it's the feeling that you're here now. There's nothing else. There is nothing else but this. This is it. Like, this is it. This is it. This is it. And so we use the goal as bait to feel good. What is it we want to feel? But then sometimes that causes that disassociation. So when you just accept, that's where the repetition is. What Bob would teach is repetition, repetition, repetition. Because eventually it'll stick. You'll stick there. But there's this in between. But you know the quickest way to close that gap is just to accept where you are. Accept where you are. And that's why I created a program previous to Thinking into Results to help you just accept where you are. I mean, all the links are down there. Take a look. If you're watching this, you want something. Nothing on sale here. Just an awareness of how awesome you are. And if you're struggling with that and your way isn't working, come and have a chat with me. Book a call. The link's there. Do it. The curse of wanting. Drop the wanting. The wanting, that first question, is when you're all caught up in chaos. Just stop and go, but what do I want? Guarantee you don't even know. And if you don't know, the universe is giving you everything you want. So if you don't know and you don't recognize how you're feeling, then the universe is going to give you what you're feeling. It is law. There is nothing else. It is law. It's just a story. But it's a story you're playing in. All the world's a stage and the people merely players. It's just a story. But if you keep sending out crap, you're going to get crap back. Know what you want, but then get into the feeling of it and feel the feeling. And any other feeling is just an invitation to recognize and accept where you are. That's the lightness of everything. No more wanting. Wanting is lack. As soon as you've asked, before you will have asked, I will have given. The only reason you see it is because you've been given it. Promise. Or not. I don't know. I could just be making all this up. Which means what? Which means what? You can walk this world in peace, in stillness. Things arise. It's not that things go away. Things just arise, and most of the time you don't notice them, or when you're in the middle of it, it just gets sorted. Things will still arise. Life is living itself through you. What amazing things are you going to do today? Focus on your vibration, not your goal. Focus on feeling good no matter what. Focus on it just is. Book a call. Look at the programs. Like, share, subscribe, whatever you want to do. But have the most amazing day.